Hello. So, we got our announcement. Let's get into it. Hello, folks. My name is Potter. I decided not to wear glasses because nobody's here, so I don't need to read stuff. I need to start us off, as always, by saying anything we talk about on the Build Show is not financial advice. In no way should it be thought of as financial advice. And that's that. So yesterday was kind of crazy. And I'm going to speak from the unique voice that apparently, the channel has, which is, as somebody who got in May of 2021, I'm at 20,000 deposited. And as I've said to people before, I live off of drip. I early retired because of drip. So it's yesterday was big because when you're with somebody that long, and you don't see action, you're kind of an actiony person. Man, you hear the stuff that's going on out there and you start to get a little bit less, you know what? I have made mistakes before. Maybe I'm not that smart. So I had an emotional listen to the broadcast. Boy, that font is huge. That's what she said. Because at first I was like, oh my God, he's talking about all this stuff that's not important. Like, okay, yeah, it does this. Yeah, it does that. What's the date, dude? Are you going to push it? Are you going to tell us that it's not going to happen? You're going to do that? Don't do that. And then, I was literally laying on my bed and I'm like, and then he said something that made me go, he's gonna pull up again. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna completely go, oh, guys, I'm gonna do this big announcement next week. We're gonna make it huge. And he didn't do that. But thank you, Driptopian, former MVP of the Drip Show. He was like, can I get you there? Can I just get you to talk? You're right there. Can you just tell it? Now, that's not a great Scottish accent. Okay. He pushed him over, and I thought FOREX was going to push back because if it had been Ray, Ray would have been like, no, let him suffer. Make him wait. But they finally, he announced that June 1st was the date. He kind of doubled down on, we're going to release a whole bunch of things. But going back to my emotions, dude, I pulled the covers up. I was like, that mother fluffer. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, no, he didn't. I'm an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. It's not right. So that was interesting. I do have a comment. Hey, Cole. I can read that. How's it going? How'd your emotions play out yesterday? So the bottom line is that countdown begins Shark Week, because we can include yesterday as part of Shark Week since it's 7 days. So Shark Week in the drip ecosphere, and I feel good. The price pumped 10%. Some people naturally going to take off thinking that's the end, but this is the countdown we've been waiting for. And what FOREX said throughout this is, look, I'm not going to give any other, dates unless I'm sure. And he made true on that promise, didn't he? He just won't give any dates, right? Until he gave this one. And so, when I say he doubled down, he kind of doubled down on different releases coming after release after release after release. Now, we gotta wait to see, but I don't know. I got a good feeling. But hey, I had a good feeling back in May of 2021 too. But there were just a million drip tokens, so it made it a lot easier to see. Oh, indeed. Okay. Oh, I could just put it up there. I wasn't home to listen. Oh, you found that on Twitter. What does it say? Haha. Yeah. Let me just put on the glasses so I can read it. I'm like sitting up here on a stream that people might just be listening to going, yeah, I wasn't home to listen to it, but Twitter sure was lit up when I got home. Haha, seemed like next week may actually be yeah, unless there's no, I don't think there's a possibility that we miss next week. I don't see that can happen. This is what I was talking about. Sweet. Like at first I was getting mixed up because it sounded like he was saying that he was going to launch, just the drip UI and not DDD. So I got a little bit, upset then because I couldn't understand, like so paranoid with hearing stuff now. And finally he admitted that was going to happen. And apparently, after yesterday's show, like I think a lot of people want controversy, right? And I've heard to have anything successful, whether it's sports, whether it's your business, whatever, you got to have controversy. Well, that's why I say don't like, subscribe, or follow, because, I don't know what's going to be controversial and what's not going to be controversial. So, FOREX spoke to the whole Bitfighter, NFT game that he once heralded and then didn't like it because it didn't do certain things. Then he refuted that he ever said 70% of taking it. He was just saying, I want 30%, which makes more sense. But then he kind of got into the guy's head about, is he stable? And got a little bit personal. But when you're in business, things get personal. I've yelled at people who are my bosses. I kind of did that too much, but I didn't ever get fired for it. The amount of F-bombs that I've thrown at a boss, because I disagreed with them, is very high. As a matter of fact, one boss was trying to get me out of the company until she realized I was on her side. So you can fight with people in business. You can call them names, but in the end, you're just trying to do business. So, he talked about it. Again, I don't want to get into who's right or who's wrong. I don't care. The bottom line is, do you want to build a game that this specific group of people can be? Or do you want to build a game that is comfortable in your arena? Do you just want to build something for you? I don't care. But I was hoping, selfishly, that I could have seen Ray having a group, a group labeling themselves like the undesirables or meth heads. Steno would have got a group. That would have been great. But, that's what happens when, emotions on both sides get there. I said last week that, FOREX is an architect. And an architect can go into different places. I don't think of him much as a dev, other than a dev light. But, an architect can get in and get their hands dirty. The thing that I really think that he showed FOREX showed was his developer side when he got emotional over this. Because why is he still bringing it up? There's still stuff that this guy doesn't care about, but I think he liked that game so much, he kind of still wants it. So, somebody says 30%, you come in with 20, maybe say 10. See what you can do. But even the dev of Bitfighter said, I suck at marketing. And that's what FOREX's big thing is. He built up hype. In this one game I play, Marvel Strike Force, there's some kind of formula that one of their devs released with this level of dissonance. Like, you're supposed to create a level of dissonance where the client is like, I don't feel like I'm getting the bang for my buck, but at the same time, I don't want to leave because something else is coming. You got to walk that fine line. And I think that, in my experience with FOREX, he walked way past that line, but he still keeps it. So I think that's something that, is a skill. You can't just come out of the box doing that. And so I think what Bitfighter needs is that. So I think it would be very interesting. And hopefully they partner. I tried in Discord to make peace, but it seems like some people, not some people, anybody who responded was like, no, screw that, man. This was said, this was done. Let's just keep it going. In business, like I said, I've been at the top levels, billions of companies, billion-dollar companies. I'm in their boardroom. So, you can take it personal, or you can say, hey, let's both make money. And at the same time, if you're a gamer or a game developer, you can say, let's also have some fun, because that game, regardless of drip community, is going to be fun. It's just going to be either a slow roll or a fast roll to success. Mitcho, what's up, guy? And so, no, that's for another show. So that's really it, guys. Like, I think we're gonna have a great week. When you have 20,000, it makes a difference, with even the slight changes. But I heard one guy say, if it gets to 39 cents, I can pay my mortgage. And that's the kind of talk that was 2021. Like, I'm so excited to see 2021 talk return versus the early 2021 versus the late 2022 or mid to about a year of bad, press, just constantly beating on drip, but it's still been paying out 1% a day of drip. It's been doing what it said. I got challenged by one person in a Discord to say, there's many other projects out there. I'm pretty sure if there were, Stunna would be talking about it, Ray would be talking about it, Drip Coach would be talking about it, Scott the Investor would be talking about it, Driptopian would be talking about it. That's not real. I don't like FOREX's rollout strategies because I'm personally affected. It's like a sports team. But, even when even when the pause happened and it came out and piggy bank was working, it was still working like it should. Everything was copacetic. It was working. And that's why I, as a technical person, looked as a developer, I looked at what FOREX was doing, and I learned a lot from him. And I learned to the point where I could start critiquing him. But his stuff always did what it said it was going to do. Participation, you cannot govern. And so as we talk about Animal Farm stuff in the future, I'll be just as critical as I need to be if I see something that doesn't make sense and challenge it. After you see a Bitfighters, though, you do look at Pleco a little bit different, And I think that's what FOREX kind of wanted to do. Hopefully, maybe there's a way that devs can take those Bitfighters and make them work in alignment with the protocols that are expected by FOREX, even if the goalposts change. That helps construct something that we can all work from, as devs, and create stuff from, because I'd still love to see, a stun group against a Ray group, them fighting, with the bit fighters, because that guy, he's a really talented developer, and his art is really good. I think his economics are there. I can just understand that FOREX would say, if you want a level of endorsement that includes getting my buy-in, I need to own the contract. And I can see a dev that would go, no, you're not going to own my contract. So I don't care. Just make the game work. I always think, if you're still here, thank you for staying in. I'm going to go back to normal me. Okay, back to Barbara Gordon. But I really do appreciate you guys watching. I don't ask that you like, subscribe, or follow. Comments are appreciated. But I've appreciated the year plus that we've been here. I think we're growing. Not like, numbers-wise, but one of the things I do want you guys to understand is the field I played in, these people are very important people, and they're just waiting for me to say something like, yeah, I think you should go for that, because I am. I can't say that in anything right now. So the 100 or less that are here, they're important people, and they can come in and they can be a part of this. So I appreciate you guys, and good luck. Maybe I'll do some stuff next week, she says every time. But I'm excited. Smiley. That wasn't there last week. Is Matt planning to return if DDD launches next week? I don't think so. I think that he will, he'll feel it out, but he's got to get his ROI. He's got to feel comfortable, with more than just one thing. As you could see in his comments, he's just very apprehensive. He has been since, he has not ever changed his opinion after that first date was missed or it was rolled back. The Animal Farm stuff was rolled back. He's about integrity, and if he's not a person that's going to say, hey, I'm a pro at technical coding, he just looks at a person, and he can't even look FOREX in the eye, and he goes, are your actions meeting your words? And for him, they're still not there. But he'll be back. He will. I'll tell him that you asked about him. If he does watch the show. So. But anyway, guys, yesterday I forgot to say game on, but today I won't forget. So have a great weekend. Congratulations on Shark Week. And Mitch Cole, thank you very much. And